fashion designer, so welcome to this channel. This is Bora of Bora Closet, and if this is your first time, you are welcome. Kindly click on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell. So in this video I'll be showing you how I made this beautiful flare dress with this ruffle at the front, and it's actually an handkerchief at the back. It's an handkerchief at the back, and I'll be showing you how I made this beautiful dress in this video. So if you are interested in knowing this, please keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Please turn on your notification bell. Let's go. So this is the fabric I'm using for the dress. It's a light fabric, and I really didn't know it was this rough because the camera brought out the roughness more than I saw it. It was not this rough while I was cutting it, but I discovered that the camera brought out the roughness. So next time I'll do well to iron any fabric before I start cutting. It's actually the best thing to do. So I want to cut the down part, which is the handkerchief. So I'm going to be creating like a box. So I'm measuring 30 by 30 because the width of the folded part there is 30. So just watch what I'm doing. So that is 30 wide and 30 long, and like that I have 4 layers already. So this is how you cut 360-degree flare, and you're just going to cut out the opening at the top like that. So this is not a flare that I want to cut, it's an handkerchief, but I'll be showing you how to cut a flare from this also. So I'm marking the opening, the part that will go around the waist, and I'm using 5 inches, which I'll be drawing a circle over just like that. So to get the waist, I normally divide the waist by 4 and minus 2 inches. So the waist is 28 divided by 4 is 7 inches minus 2 inches, that is 5 inches. And with that 5 inches length, I'm going to get just enough to go around the waist. And since this is the length I need, I don't really have to reduce from it. So I'm just marking it round to show you how to cut a 360-degree flare from any fold that looks like this. So when you fold fabrics like this, you can mark it round and bring out a flare from it, a 360-degree flare from it. If you want 720-degree flare, you will just cut 2 of this. But then if it is 1080-degree flares you want, you cut 3 of this. So just mark it round like that. I'm only showing you this. I only need an handkerchief. So for handkerchiefs, you don't need to cut it round actually. You just cut out the part that goes around the waist like that, and then you cut it out from that side too. But if you are cutting a flare, you cut it on the line that I drew the other time. So this is not a flare like I said, and like that I'm going to cut it out, and I have my handkerchief already. Just as simple as that. Very simple, no drama, no complication or anything. Just fold your fabric into 4, make it like a square shape, and let it be 4 layers like that, and then cut out the part that will go around your waist. And I'm opening that is going to be the space for the zip allowance. So this is the handkerchief when I was done ironing it. It looks better now. This fabric is an example of fabrics that do not bring out ironing very well. So this is the handkerchief now. You can see right here, this is what it looks like, and I'm going to be putting this aside. Next, I'm going to be working on the upper part of the dress. So for the upper part, I have this unfold, and I'm marking the back. That is the back measurement, which is 8 inches. And then I'm marking the sleeve length that I want. I'm just going to use all of the remaining part for my sleeve because I can't have it longer than that unless I want to fold this again, and that is the half length of the dress. So from there, I'm going to mark out my arm round, which is 8 inches that I'm using to allow freeness around the arm, and then the waist is 28, that's 7 inches, and I'm going to be adding 3 inches for that because I'm going to be taking the dart from it. So that makes it 10 that I am using here, and I'm going to be connecting that with the arm measurement that I drew out earlier, like you can see there. The next thing I'll do is to take my shoulder slope, which is 1 inch down like we normally do, and then I'll connect it to the neckline. And this is the neckline, 3 inches by 3 inches, 3 inches wide, 3 inches long. That is what I'm using for both front and back, but I'm cutting the front first. So I'm going to be connecting the two 3 inches with a French curve like that. So I have my neckline already, and I can connect the 1 inch shoulder slope to the neckline. I want to extend the armband by 1 inch because I already took out 1 inch from this, and then I'll cut it out. So this is what I have for the front piece. You can see how it looks very simple. I'm going to take out the dart measurement now. So for the dart measurement, I'm going to mark 3.5 inches. I'm going to mark my bust point from the shoulder line, and then just 1 inch below the bust point the dart will stop. So I can connect from that one point below the bust point to the half length, and that is where I'm going to hold the dart. I'll just notch it so that I will know when I want to sew it that the dart is there. So the next thing is to cut the back piece, and there is also no much drama here. Just fold more fabric into two. Make sure that it is enough for the zip allowance and the main bodies. Just place the front piece on the folded part, add zip allowance, and you cut it out. Very simple. You also notch the place where you'll be holding the dart on the back piece also, so you'll not be looking for it when you are sewing. It makes it simple. You don't have to be measuring the dart again. Once you notch it and you mark it on the fabric, you just know that when you're sewing, you hold it right away. Back and the front necklines are the same, and I'm cutting open the zip allowance like this. So these are the back and front pieces for this dress, for the upper part of this dress, and you can see it like that. So the black design on the front of the dress is what I'm about to do now. I just want to mark 1 inch, and then I'm marking how long it's going to be. That's 14 inches. So I have this fabric here that I'll be using to do the design for the front. I'm just going to mark the width that I want, which is 1.5 inches on fold like this. So when I open it, it's going to give me 3 inches. So 1.5 inches by 14 inches, and I'm going to cut it out like that. So I'm just going to sew the black strip over it like this. Because this fabric is light, I'm going to be cutting lining for it. So I'm going to be ironing all the pieces first. Afterwards, I'll be placing that back piece on the front part before I use the lining to turn it. And this is what I have when I was done. I placed the black piece on the front part, used the lining to turn out the fabrics, and I held the dart. Very simple and straightforward. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to join the side with 1 inch that I added as sewing allowance. I'm going to be joining on both sides. So after I was done, this is what I have. You can see how beautiful it looks. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to be working on the handkerchief part, the down part that I called earlier. And we have 4 triangular edges down. So we're going to be taking the 2 triangular edges at the front, and we're going to be sewing those 2 edges together. So that means we only have the 2 triangular edges at the back left. So you're only sewing the 2 triangular edges at the front, not the one at the back. If you want a rose at the back, you can sew the one at the back too. But since my rose is going to be on the front part only, and this is what I have when I was done sewing that, you can see that it's already taking form, and you're just going to be forming your roses from the new triangular shape that you have. You can see how it's already forming a rose, and you're going to do it the way you want. You can make it look like this. So you just form it the way you want it to look, just like I'm doing. After that, you're going to be tacking it down, but I did mine behind the camera because it was going to take so much space on my phone. So I decided to do the tacking of the rows behind the scene. Just take your needle and thread and track the rows down as you form it. I'm definitely going to do this with a thicker fabric. I only wanted to test run it with this fabric that I have at home. So I'm going to be doing this with a thicker fabric later. But right here, this is what I have now, and I hope you understand what I'm doing here. A thicker fabric will do this better. but I love the result that this also gave me. At least I know that if I try it with a thicker fabric, it's going to stand better than this. So it's best to use a thicker fabric for this, or you can add lining to make it stronger. So this is what I have when I was done. This is the rows at the front. You can see it like that. I actually formed a different rows apart from the one I did earlier on. That is because the fabric was not just staying at a place, so a thicker fabric will do, as I said earlier. So this is a rose right here, and I'm going to be joining this upper part to the down part, just like that. So join it, you can pin it all the way down, and then you sew it all round. You notch the center and place it on the upper part like that. So center to center, and then you pin it all the way down. If the waist round of the handkerchief, that is the down part, is too much, just make sure you split it evenly. Then I'm also going to be adding buttons to this black part here, so as not to have it plain. You can add stones, you can add anything that you want on that front part. I only added that black fabric to make this design better because I did not want it plain. So you can add stones or any other thing that you prefer. This is what I have when I was done joining the upper part to the down part. You can see right here, that is a ruffle on your screen, and this is the front part where I have the buttons. This is a cut together. Believe me, this is going to look better with a stronger fabric. So we're going to make this design again with a stronger fabric. I hope you understand what I have done. If you like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe while you sit back and wait for more beautiful content like this, so you can replicate this design and show me what you have yourself. What name should we give this gown? What name should we give it? A ruffled handkerchief gown. That is what I'm going to give it. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in another video. Till then, bye.